Well, a very good morning to whichever social media platform you're watching this from. My name is Jacqueline Haley. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, NLP coach based in Swansea in the UK. Now, the theme of my videos this week has been based on our dreams, our goals, our desires, and whether or not it's a good thing to be setting little goals and to be making positive changes during this lockdown phase. Because as I mentioned in other videos, many of us are weathering this very, very differently. We're all in different situations. Even though we're on lockdown, we're all in different situations, whether we're in our house with family, whether we're alone, whether we're a frontline worker. We're all in very different environments. Now, I've just come off the phone to one of my past clients. I'm just checking up on him as I do with all of them. And he is saying how he is managing this is that he's setting little goals every single day, and those little goals are for him is just making sure he's getting his exercise, making sure his dog is getting out of the house, making sure his children are having time off their fortnights or their games, whatever you call it, and just making sure that he's doing this the best he can, because it's so easy, isn't it, during this phase to slip back into depression, for our anxiety to start coming to the surface again. It's so easy because we're in a very unknown period. Are we any closer to knowing the truth? I don't know. I'll leave that one with you. Anyway, but getting back to dreams, desires, and perhaps making some changes during this time. I'm all for it at the moment. I am definitely all for it. I'm making some changes in my own life at the minute. That will be revealed in a few months when it's all done. But back to you guys. Now, when it comes to making a change, right, when I speak to my clients, this is from my personal experience and from listening to the many hundreds of clients I've worked with over the years, they get to the point where they've had enough. And we've all heard of that saying, I am enough. I first heard this from Dr. David Hamilton, but I know Marissa Peers has made this very, very popular. She hashtags it throughout all her work, all across her social media. And for those who don't know who Marissa Peers is, she is one of the top hypnotherapists in the world. She's absolutely phenomenal. So, but before we get to that stage of I am enough, we go through two other phases prior to it. And first of all, we go through, I am not enough. I am not enough. So we're in that phase where we won't even dare to dream because we don't feel that we're good enough to realize our dreams. We don't feel that is even an option for us. We don't feel it's available to us. So we can stay in that realm of, I'm just not enough. What's the point? I've heard some people explain to me. But if you want to take that a step forward, sometimes people, especially in this lockdown phase, this is what I've seen this to be a positive thing for many people, is because they are in a situation where we've got lots of time in our hands for the first time, and you can really start self-reflecting, as I've said, and thinking, oh, do you know what I'd really like to be doing? And then it unfolds, because we've got time in our hands to look at it. And we think at that point then, the second phase is, I've had enough. I don't want to go back to that job. I've had enough. I don't want to be working with him or her any longer. I'm not putting up with my shitty bullying boss any longer. I'm not putting up with it. I've had enough. I've had enough of my partners. I've had enough of the way my children treat me. I've had enough. Let's make some changes, because first of all, I'm not enough. Now I've had enough, and then we start making those changes. And I think the biggest, most positive attribute that you can have to make that decision is your courage. Have the courage to step forward and to do it, to get into that phase. I am enough. Now, I don't know if you've been thinking like this, or if you've got dreams, if you've got goals, if you've got aspirations, however small they are, like my past client, small little goals, however they are to you, having the courage to stand there and to say, I have had enough, it's time for change, that is massive, absolutely massive. And if you've had that realization throughout lockdown, I want to say a massive well done you, absolutely well done. So where do we go from here? Where do we move from here? Once you've had enough and you want to move to that phase, what actions have you took to do it? What are you going to do? Write it down. Here's my very messy journal. This is what I wrote down, what I was going to say to you guys today, okay? Write it down. See the words come alive. See how those words make you feel. Is it like, actually, no. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm really excited about this, okay? Where do you go from there? what you might want to do next is to book a coach, book someone like me, someone that can actually get these ideas, these goals, these dreams and aspirations, and put them into some form of action plan where we can start working towards them to make them your reality. Because this is what I did on Saturday night. When I worked with my coach, I had a massive realization. The plan has been put into place already. I'm starting further study on what I'm about to do next week. And I feel great about it. I feel amazing. It was great to make these realizations. And do you know why I didn't do this before? Yeah, I thought I weren't good enough to do it. And many reasons for that. Yeah, we've got to break through those limitations that we are setting in our brains. We have to break through them to smash through them. And those doubts and the fears that collect up here, we're thinking from our head. We're not thinking from our heart, okay? And once we start thinking in our head, it can make feelings in our stomach, our gut, and it can become a reality. But when we're listening with our heart to what our really truth is, of course we can break through those barriers. And of course we can push on and do what we need to do. And it doesn't matter that we're in this lockdown phase. It doesn't matter. Your dreams are still as important now as they always were, okay? So if this video sings to you and if you'd like to start working with me, okay, I'm going to put my website details at the bottom of the page. Just reach out, take that 30-minute free consultation with me, and let's get the ball rolling from you. I'm not enough. I've had enough. You are enough. Thanks for watching. Jacqueline Haley here, based in the UK. Hopefully speak to you all tomorrow. Stay safe all.